Hello YouTube family, this is Tina Holmes Graham. I am a beauty guide with Limelight by Alcone. Started making a video. I had put on my Skin Therapist, which is our wonderful moisturizer, combined with our Must Do. And if you have oily skin, you probably are not going to want to use the Must Do because it is an oil, so it will definitely, it could cause you to be even more oily, but I'm very dry, so I use that together. And then before I put any foundation on, always use primer. The primer that I'm using right now is what I have on hand, which is a Lancome primer. The Limelight primer is a spray. I don't have that yet. I've been a beauty guide since Saturday, and I am working on getting all of my products. So if you are interested in anything that I talk about on my product, on my live, then please, by all means, you can go to my Facebook, Tina Holmes Graham, and you can send me a message, or you can find me on Instagram on Tina1173, or it might be 11, I think Tina1114. And then, or you can also look on the link that I posted above that has my website. So we've primed our face like we prime a canvas before we paint, aka crack filler, to try and get everything looking good. I'm gonna adjust this camera just a bit. Okay. So while I'm letting that sink in, you will hear something clanking. It's simply a brush cleaner. I got this on Amazon. Limelight has a wonderful brush cleaner. It has tea tree oil in it. I am highly allergic to tea tree oil, so therefore I cannot use it. So this has been on my face for just a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and start with my foundation. Our foundation is a wax-based foundation, and you need to warm it up before you apply it to your face. And we have a wonderful little yellow blender bud, and my dogs thought that it was absolutely yummy, and they ate it yesterday. So I'm using just these little wedges that you can get at the drugstore. So hopefully this will work as well as the Blenderful. It's the first time trying with it. You always want to get them wet. I just have a spray bottle. So I just got it wet with the spray bottle. So I just have a foundation brush that I use, and I just rub to warm it up. Friction equals heat, and it will help to warm that up. It also loads it into your brush so that you can apply it to your face. So warm. So I am an olive 1. If you are interested at all in our wonderful foundation, which by the way lasts a good 16 hours. So we're just gonna act like we're kind of frosting a cake here. I just put some on. It lasts 16 hours. So I'm a nurse. I can put this on, and I can work my full 12-hour shift. And I don't have oily skin, so I don't have any breakthrough. But mind you, this is professional RCMA makeup that has been rebranded for Limelight by Alcone. This is the makeup that all the professionals are wearing. This is what's going on the faces of the Victoria's Secret models. This is the makeup that all the professionals are using. Limelight by Alcone is a company that was started back in the 1950s. The company was Alcone. And this company sold makeup. I'm just kind of pounding this into my skin and spreading it out evenly. So this company sold makeup to professional makeup artists, and they would go out to the studios and do all the actors and actresses for their photo shoots, for everything. So what they decided was a lot of the makeup artists, their clients loved the products and they wanted to buy them. Well, if you're a makeup artist, you're going to buy probably 6 or 7 foundations. As a regular consumer, you don't need 6 or 7 different color foundations. You just don't. You need 1 or 2. It depends on if you don't get in the sun, you probably just need 1. So you have all this extra foundation that you're buying and you don't need it. So Limelight saw that this was definitely a market, and Limelight was born. So as you can see, I am just blending, 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 blending. And this is what took me the longest to learn how to do, because it's wax based, okay? It's not like your typical pancake makeup, you know, that you just put on and you go with a brush or even like a little applicator. This involves pushing this into your skin. Now, this lays on top of your skin. It doesn't soak in. It's not going to cause you to break out with pimples or blackheads. This is not going to cause you to break out from sensitive skin. There's nothing to break out. This is wax and tint. So if you do have any issues, it's 100% money back guarantee. I believe you have a 30-day money back guarantee. We will ask you to fill out an online or a form that says what happened with the breakout, just so that we can follow up. We want our products to be 100% safe for everybody. I have a few little red capillaries there that I always get paranoid about. That's what happens when you get older. Okay. And this isn't nearly as good as the Blenderful, I can tell you that right now. But it works till another one comes in. One thing I did not do was put primer on my eyelids. I like primer on my eyelids simply to give a nice base. So once again, this is a Lancome primer, and I use eye makeup instead of an eyeliner, so I'm going to put this under my eye as well. I'm just going to work this in. Make sure I get it in my brow bone, because I tend to forget that. And it's just like in a little jar. So if you're using the Limelight, you're just going to close your eyes and it's going to go, you know, you're going to get it throughout all over your face. Okay. So next we're going to do brows, which I can tell you that I have had issues with trying to do my brows. I had caterpillars on my face. No one told me. You know, I don't want to walk around looking crazy. I usually don't have very much trouble doing my brows. So I've been watching some tutorials. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to brush up first. And I'm going to start on this side because this is the side that I have the most trouble with. I don't know why. But it's just here at this makeup desk that I have trouble. I do fine on this side of my face, but when I reach across, I have trouble. Now, if you notice, this eyebrow is higher than this eyebrow. So I'm going to bring this one down just a little bit and try and bring this one up. Remember, they're sisters, not twins. I had a friend tell me that. Heard it on her live. I thought that was funny. So, if you want very bold eyebrows, you can wet your brush. This is on the end of my spoolie brush. You can wet this and you get a very bold eyebrow. I'm not wanting that look today. I'm wanting more of a natural look. So I'm just using regular brown eye pigment. I'm loading my brush up and I'm going to go in. So I'm just going to follow my natural. So what you want to do is you're going to start at the corner of your eye You want your peak to be at this angle, and then you're going to end at the corner of your eye. Okay, so you can kind of use that. Now, if we mess up, we can fix it. But remember, this one's higher, so I'm going to come down just a little bit more on this one. So let's try and make them even out. And there's no guarantee that this is going to work either. Trying new things. And then I'm going to fill in. Like I said, this is like the hardest side for me. The other side looks good. This side, not so much. So once again, so I'm just kind of, hopefully we're not going to have caterpillar brows today. Not too bad. Now, to get your top line, brush down. Brush down. And you can get, oh, here comes Emmy. She's my little mixed breed dog. She likes to get in on everything. I think she was the blenderful eater yesterday. She tends to like all things mommy. Actually, anything that's edible or not edible, she tends to find. Not too bad. It's okay. Let's work on this side. So once again, brush up. Load your brush, tap, tap, tap. Just picking up some more pigment. And remember, I want this one to be a little higher. Come down. Let's see. I think I'll get my top line and then I'll fill in. This one's looking more like a caterpillar, I think. We'll just have to keep working. Oh yeah, we'll have to get that fixed. Okay. So, brows are not fun to watch, but they're so important because it's what frames your entire face. What you want, sweet girl? She's over here watching me put makeup on. This is pretty funny. Anybody else's dog watch them put makeup on? A little odd. Okay. They look like caterpillars. Gotta fix that. Okay. Concealer. This is 00 concealer. I have a small brush that I use, and then I have a more precise brush. So once again, I'm going to warm this up. Concealer is the same, it's wax based. And we are doing this because we want our brows to stand out. Okay. And if you go on top, it definitely helps that brow bone to just stand out just a little bit more. And here is where you can kind of work on getting the exact shape that you want. And then I just pull this down on my lid. Gives a really nice base to work on, and then just kind of blend this out a little bit. See how that works? Not too caterpillar-y. We'll see. If they look too bad, I'll just take it off and redo it. Wouldn't be the first time. My mom has very little eyebrows, and she is like, your eyebrows are so dark, oh my gosh, do not do that to me when you do my makeup. I was like, okay Mom, I won't. That's not what you're going for. So definitely have to listen to your customer. I mean, if they're not into eyebrows and she's like, I've never had eyebrows, don't you dare do that to me. Obviously you're not going to want to put a brow like this on them. I was like, we could just do a little. She's like, oh no, 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 no. So I can't wait to do her makeup. So once again, we're just doing the same thing. I'm going to go up here and clean this up. There we go. And let's just pull this down. Okay, remember when you're talking about contouring, it's all about lightness and darkness, shading and adding light. So you want to help create shadows where there should be shadows, and you want to create bright where it should be bright. Oh, is that right here, Emmy? I guess she's talking about the lightness and the shadows. So I'm just gonna, I don't want to waste what's on here, so. Okay. So now I'm going to go in with my eyeshadows. These are the shadows that I got free in my kit last month for joining. So I absolutely love them. This is my favorite. This is a very matte white. This is what I used on my eyebrows. I've used this before, but I definitely look like I had big brown caterpillars on my face. So it was just a little too dark, especially if you look at my hair. I mean, it's more of the lighter color. So, all right. I'm going to clean my brush. I'm going to use this rounded brush to apply my transition color. And I tend to use this transition color a lot. I like this orangey color with my eyes. And you want to make sure that you go above your crease. So this is usually my transition until I get some more colors that I can work with. But see how nice that lays on there, and then look at that nice sharp line. We will blend that out because obviously you don't want a big white line going across your eyebrow and your eyelid. So just gonna apply this. Doesn't take a lot of pigment, and it sticks really well. You don't have nearly the fallout that you do with other pigments. I know that our blush is 50% pigment, and what you would normally get is anywhere from like 19 to 23. Now, there's nothing special about the end of this brush. It has an L on it, but sometimes if I get just a little too close, I'll kind of use this to kind of just wipe it away a little bit. Just like that. And then we're going to blend. For a blending brush, you want something with longer bristles, okay? Because you're wanting to work and just blend it out. If you're wanting something more precise, you're going to want shorter bristles, okay? So blending, and more precise work, okay? And this month, if you sign up to be a beauty guide, you get $280 worth of free Limelight brushes. So I just want to work on this line right here so it's not quite so harsh. I got 5 brushes and I thought I was like the bomb. I got 5 brushes and 4, this quad eyeshadow, and I just thought, oh my gosh, it's the best thing ever. And this month is even more amazing. So what is going on is we are going international, you guys. Limelight is going to be an international company. I believe they're going to announce it in May. And when that happens, we have to change our name. I guess there's another company that's a Limelight, and we'll be going to Limelife, L-I-F-E. It's pretty close. So you guys get to benefit from that because the brushes say Limelight. So the brushes that you get will say Limelight by Alcone. So they're kind of moving stock, and you get to benefit from that. Now, work in a color. For my eyes, I really like purples, and they just really stand out. And I want some precision, so I'm going to go in with this brush, which is the shorter bristle brush. I am using a Lorac palette. I'm using the color Unbridled, which is kind of a purpley, brick red, rust burgundy color. Okay, now this does not have the same pigment as the other one, so probably it takes a little bit more. So I'm just going to go in the corner, and I'm going to bring it right up, just like that. And then I'm going to work it over. You can see that I still have that other color out here, that kind of nice peachy brown color. Let's work our other side. I think if my dog could talk, she would say, "Mom, where's my makeup?" She's over here crying, and she just went out, so I know she doesn't have to go out. Okay, so I'm just working that in. I'll clean my brush. This side isn't quite as crisp as the other. It looks better. And let's blend. Now here's where you have your sisters, not twins, happen again, because they're never this absolute same. At least for me, they're not. So you just blend this in. So I'm a NICU nurse by trade, and we don't have a very high census, and I got canceled today. Thought I'd make this video. So if I end up getting called in, I'll definitely look at. Normally don't wear don't wear this much makeup to work. Okay. So now let's blend out the top. And if this isn't perfect, it's okay. We're gonna fix it. Just blend out the top. Come back in. Can't really see the white. So let's get that white showing through a little bit more. See how that just is like an instant highlighter? Now, I'm going to take this extremely small, very dense bristled brush. I'm going to go back in with that same burgundy brown color. Got it packed on there. Can you see that? And that's going to be our eyeliner. Now the other day I got this wet and I brought it up and I did a wing and it was really cool. But if I get called into work, I really don't want to have a wing. It's a little overkill for NICU, I think. So we're just going to go with general liner. You can see I have fallout. I'm going to fix that. Okay, do it to the other side. So, very nice. And this helps to kind of bring your makeup together as well. We have a wonderful liquid liner that's been on back order, so I haven't been able to get it, but I'm going to order it because it is wonderful. Never used liquid liner, so this will be fun. Okay. Now I'm going to blend that again, because I don't want a stark line there. So I'm just going to blend that just a little bit. Okay. See if I can get rid of this without leaving too much of a... Okay. So now we're going to go back in with our concealer. And this is where some magic happens. So we're going to get our concealer brush again. I'm warming it up. Now mind you, it doesn't take this long if you're just applying, but when you're applying and talking, it takes a little bit longer. You see how we made that, how I made that line? Then I'm going to bring this down because this is what I want highlighted. And then I'm going to get this damp again, and I'm going to blend this out. Now if I was doing evening, I would probably put another color on here, like an inner eye color, but I'm just kind of doing a day look. And I've got those little fine lines under my eyes, so I'm kind of working it so that it sits there and doesn't sink in. There. Can you tell the difference? Big difference. Yeah. So since you've highlighted with, this is 00, which is the lightest one, this can be your highlighter. You don't have to put the shiny stuff on. You know, my daughter, she's 17 and she likes all that. I'm 44. You know, if I'm going out, if I'm doing a nighttime look, then maybe I will. But for every day, I don't really need that. You can see my skin, it's not perfect, but we can make it look really good. So I've cut this line with my concealer, I've gone underneath, and I've made my V, or my upside down triangle. Going back in with my sponge that is damp, and I'm just working this. And you're just gently patting, because this is under your eye. You don't want to bruise it, okay? So you just gently pat and work that in. And don't forget about what you put on your nose. So if you really want to play with light and dark, you can put concealer here and here, and blend that out, and then you'll come in with your darker shade here and here. You can do it with bronzer, but you really don't want a bronzer that has any kind of sparkly. You want a matte bronzer for that. And we've cleaned up under our eye, and we've done our eye makeup. Done. Boom. Okay. So, I am going to use some bronzer. Gonna make it look like I went to the gym. It's like instant gym. So I'm using just a really dense brush. Putting some bronzer on that I have. Here we go. Going to the gym. Don't let this scare you. I'm not going to leave a big brown stripe on my face. See how that instantly gives you a shadow? And it really helps. Okay? Look at this. This side looks plumper. It's all about shadows. So I'll put some shadow under there. Plump out that lip. Okay. You can put a little under here if you want. I don't do very much for a regular day. And I really like this kind of, I don't know. I call it a toothbrush kind of brush. And I use it and I just blend that in. See how that did a cut? All right. I have this little bitty one, and I got this one for a reason. My nose, I don't know if you can see, but the bone comes out on this side, and it's more flat on this side. So if I use a large brush and create a shadow here, it also creates a shadow here, and it makes this dark. So I had to get a very small, tiny brush for this. And I have to be really specific about how I do this. I can do more of a shadow here, but this shadow has to be very small on this side. This side can be bigger because it's more of a flat. But boy, don't do this on the other side because you look crazy. I do anyways. So how did I learn this? I played. Okay, I do not like a shiny nose, so I just dab a little on there. And then I buff this out. Because you don't want to look crazy. It's not what this is about. This is about looking great and feeling great in your skin. So it kind of chisels your nose a little bit. It's like a nose job. Okay, I'll just kind of blend stuff up here into my hairline. All right. Next, we're going to go in with some blush. I'm going to use this beautiful angled brush that I got from Limelight. I really like that. I also have an angled liner brush that I got. I just haven't, I've played with it, but I haven't perfected it yet. So I'm not using that one on camera yet. You kind of want to know what you're doing before you do it on camera. So these are the blushes that I got in my palette. This is a shimmer, this is a matte, and this is our translucent powder. So I'll finish up with this. So I'm going to go and use that shimmer one just because it's a little lighter. So like you can see, that's not a lot of pigment, right? Wait till you see what this does. Can you see all that? It's pretty amazing. Here we go. Ready? Look at that. Look at all that blush. There's still a little on there. Okay, you don't want to look like Clarabelle the Clown, so you blend it out. You blend it here. So now for the pressed powder, using, it's kind of an angled brush. Okay. Now, I do like to put a little bit of highlighter on my eyes. So I have like a pink, it's kind of like a pink shimmer, and I'll go in and I'll put it, I'll just dab it up here. At the very top. And I get my blender, and this is where I blend out. So if I wanted to put highlight on, say I was going out on a date with my husband or whatever, then I could go ahead and add. The other place that I love the highlighter is right here at the Cupid's bow. I will put it there. And then I also like to use it on my lips. So I'll show you how to do that. So this is my, it's a very nude liner. So with these eyes, I am going to go with this is 201. And wait till you see how we transform this. Okay, so kind of a nude color. Then I have this pink, which this is our Enduring Lip color. This is bright. And this smells so good. Okay, so we've got the darker on the edges, then we've got this. Gonna let this dry a little bit. And we are gonna make some magic happen. That pink highlighter. Let's see. Do you see that? I've got, put that back on there. All right. My husband wants to fill up the dog's water bowl. It's not gonna happen right now. Okay, so now we're gonna use some setting spray. You wanna use this before you put your mascara on. I'm just kind of catching all the drops. You want to let it dry. This helps to set your makeup. So while I'm letting that dry, I'm going to clean out the brushes that I haven't cleaned. If you have any questions, again, this makeup is Limelight by Alcone. You can click on my link above. You can find me on Facebook, Tina Holmes Graham. You can find me on Instagram, Tina1173 or 1114. Can't remember. Should probably remember that. I'm letting that dry. Now I like to use just, this is just a clear lip moisturizer. So now all we have to do is put on our lashes and we are ready to go. This is a one-step mascara by Limelight. Trying to get it so you can see. It has fibers built in. One step. One step. So you never want to pump it, so you just want to twirl and just work your way up. I'm going to use my mirror because I do better. I have less issues. If you're like me and you have light lashes, you might want to put some on the top and then work. Look at that, amazing. Do you see those lashes? That is amazing, look at that. If you get some on your eyeshadow, don't worry, I'll show you how to fix that. Because I tend to. And then I'll come and just kind of pull out a little bit. That's one coat. I don't know if you can, I just can't believe it. Go ahead and put some on the bottom. We were the first to do the fibers in the mascara, so this has been around for a little while. It's not anything brand new, but definitely worth $20. Look at that, it's amazing. Guys, I'm 44 years old. My eyelashes are fading quick, so I needed to find something. And the fact that this is one step is amazing. I just love it. It goes on, it's very smooth. And then what I do is I just work the ends. Once I get a good base, I just start working the ends. And then I'll come in and work my bottom lashes. So that's one coat. Now I'm working my ends again, because the bottom lashes are length, they're very length, you know, they have everything they need. I just need a little bit more length. So I'm just going to go back in here and work this, and it's really no work, it's just painting. Makeup is just painting. It's a canvas. Your canvas is your face. There we go. That is our look for today. Now, of course, I'm not going to have my hair back. I've got to do some work, but we can kind of get a little bit of an idea as to what we're going to do. Crazy hair don't care. Trying to decide if I'm going to go platinum or if I'm going to get it dark. Can't decide. Can't decide. If you have an idea, drop me a note. I would love to hear what you have to say. Here we go. And that's our final look. So thank you so much for coming and joining me on this beauty journey. I appreciate all the love and support. God bless.